Each of us at a certain point in our life will have to face a traumatic experience of someone important to us dying. It's a very painful experience, but there are some ways in which you can at least try to prepare to it. If you're interested to know them, stay tuned. I am Sebastian Antonovich and this is my 5-minute psychology channel. Today I would like to talk to you about a situation when someone very important to you is going to die soon. Even though death is a very natural part of our life and literally everyone in the world will have to go through it, it's still a very painful experience. Especially in the Western world, in the developed countries, we feel separated from the concept of death totally. So even when someone very important to us dies, we no longer look after the body, we don't wash the body, we don't dress the person, we no longer carry the coffin to the cemetery. And because of that, when we actually have to face this situation, when someone very important to us dies, we are completely shattered. There are some ways in which you can prepare to that. The first thing that comes to my mind is to let yourself feel, to understand and accept that in a traumatic situation when we lose someone, this is absolutely natural, that you are going to be under the influence of some extreme emotions. Now, these emotions will differ from person to person. In some cases, it will be a deep sadness. In others, it will be anger. In others, this person will feel really very much depressed. Some people will prefer solitude, whilst others will want to have as much contact with others as it is possible. So it will all depend. The important thing is that you remember that it's absolutely natural that you feel these emotions. Especially in patriarchal societies, it is frowned upon when a man cries, but in a situation when someone dies, you should remember that crying is a great way of releasing your emotions. It's better to release them in such a way than to keep them bottled up. Because if you do keep them bottled up, it means that the whole process of grieving will be much more long-lasting and painful. Spending time with a person who is going to die is going to be very important for the both of you. For the dying person, naturally, because perhaps this is the last chance when they see you, when they are able to speak to you. They have this feeling that they are not alone because you are there with them. But it's also a very important moment for you. This is the time when you can actually enjoy each other, probably for the very last time. It's worth using it. If you don't do it, later on there is a big chance that you will regret it for the rest of your life. When you spend your time with someone you love and who is dying, it's very important to let them know what you feel to them. So tell them you love them and do it as often as you want or as you need. And if you have something very important to say to them, it could be the last moment. So if you want to say that you are sorry for something you have done, or that you are grateful for something that they have done to you, or maybe that you have forgiven them for something, it's going to give you a huge release later on. And also to the person who is going to die, they know that they are ready to go. Many people, if they are in the presence of a dying person, they are under an impression that there should be some topics which we should discuss. Maybe eternal life, maybe the sins, or maybe some memories from the past. But to be honest, there isn't anything like a list of topics to discuss. For instance, it happens quite often that the person who is going to die wants to tell you something about the rent they haven't paid, or the flowers they want you to water. And even if for you this topic is not important at all, let them speak. Listen to them attentively, because for them that could be the most important thing they will do in their life. In the final stage of life, the person can be drowsy, sleepy, nervous, disoriented. All of these states, they are closely related to the processes that are going on in the body when we start dying. Certain physiological functions and organs start switching off. The biology of our body is changed, the metabolism is changed. The oxygen that circulates in our blood does not get in the sufficient amount to the brain, which means that the person can have hallucination, they can be seeing people who are not really there, they can be speaking to someone, and it could be scary to you. And it could be really strange. What I suggest you to do in a situation like this is do not try to fight with this person. Do not try to convince them that the things that they are seeing is not real. Just accept what they are saying and try to make them as comfortable as it is only possible. Speak to them in a soft voice, answer to the questions, say what you have to say. That's very important for the both of you. There are some more practical elements that you should remember about. For example, if the person you love is going to die, make sure that their nearest and not so near family and friends are informed about their medical condition. It's not about gossiping behind their back, it's just about letting them know that it could be the last moment for them to discuss some things with the dying person. I hope they will be grateful for that, but regardless, this is very important so everyone who have ever known the person are informed about such situation. It may well happen that a person who is going to die, due to the medical condition, due to the fact that they are tired, they may not want to socialize, which means that they will not be very happy to have too large number of people in their room. I would suggest to respect that, and I would suggest to spend time with the person, either yourself or maybe with one or two other people very close to the dying person. And if it's necessary, make sure so that other members of family take shifts when they visit the dying person. This is going to make this whole process much more comfortable and much more practical. Also, at a certain point, you may notice that the dying person is so tired that they want to fall asleep. I would suggest to let them do that. That's very important for them to get as much sleep as they can get. Do not feel bad because you are not able to spend too much time with a person. Besides, the ability to hear remains untouched when we are asleep. In many cases, the person, even though they are asleep, they can still hear what you have to say. It's a good idea to speak to the person in a very soft voice, even if they are asleep. Of course, if this is comfortable for them. It's very important to remember that at this stage of life, for the dying person, the most important thing could be your presence, that the fact that you are there, and not exactly what you are doing, or what you are going to bring, or what you are going to say. It happens often that the dying person is scared of what's going to happen. I mean, after all, they don't really know what to expect. In situations like this, I suggest comforting them, but comfort them without lying to them. The final and perhaps the most important thing is that we should let the dying person go. Very often, a dying person is very, very motivated to stay alive just another minute, just another hour, just to make sure that you will be fine when they are gone. It's good to let them know delicately that you will be alright and that they have absolutely nothing to worry about. They will go in peace this way. Even though these last moments with the dying person are of extreme importance, you should still look after your own health. This is extremely tiring to be in the presence of a dying person, both mentally and physically. You can feel tired, and it's natural that you need more sleep then. But also it happens very often that being under such strong influence of stress, you may be fighting with insomnia. In such situations, make sure that you allow yourself much more time to relax and doing nothing than regular. If at any point you have any doubts about your own health or about the condition of the dying person, feel free to consult a specialist. Do not treat this YouTube video as a medical guidance, because that's not what it is. It's just to inform you what you can expect and to help you prepare to this very difficult moment in life that all of us will have to face at a certain time. If you feel that you are struggling with stress that you can't handle, make sure to watch my other videos on how to handle stress. You will find a lot of methods psychologically tested which are quite effective at lowering the level of stress. These suggestions are based on my own experience, the experience of people I know and love, and the experience of my clients. I hope what I've shared with you will be helpful and supporting to you in this difficult time. I'm sure you will go through it, but if at any point you feel that you can no longer handle it, make sure to contact with your general practitioner. They will know how to help you in this difficult time. Be strong and be safe.